Hey, John, you know actually about Jesus? Say hi to him for me, will you?
Suker took out a mirror. He saw there was no one outside the prison. I immediately pulled out a credit card from the hidden layer of my clothes.
The bulls catch you with that, they'll be so far up your doggy door you'll be barking.
Don't worry. They won't be catching me with one.
How are you so sure?
Because I don't have a credit card.
Before entering the prison, I had already studied the prison's access codes. Then I wrote the codes into a blank magnetic card. Next, I took out credit card stickers and put them on. An access card that looked like a credit card was complete. This way, even if the guards searched me, they wouldn't find anything suspicious. And I made the access card to get into the prisoner storage room, to retrieve 2 important items I had stored here before being imprisoned: a pocket recorder and a gold watch. Then, I took my things to the underground tunnel. But when I counted the items one by one, I discovered the gold watch was missing. The gold watch was crucial for my escape. The next day, I found the experienced Cooper.
You ever hear of anything being stolen from R&D?
Bulls steal from personals all the time. Problem is, you never know what's gone until you're on the outside of the walls. At that point, you can't do anything about it.
What if you knew now?
Look, I haven't seen nothing. But there is this one CO. Word is, he's the worst thief in here.
Later, I found out the person who stole my watch was the vain deputy captain. He was worried people wouldn't know he had a gold watch. He wore it on his hand every day to show off. But I couldn't report him, because I couldn't explain how I knew the watch was stolen. I could only figure out a way to steal the watch back. Just then, a hip-hop kid walked over. He was sentenced to 5 years for theft. To get into the prison factory, he came to me for help. It just so happened I needed his help too. I helped him apply to join the prison factory. He helped me steal back the gold watch. The next day, a young man foaming at the mouth was wheeled into the infirmary. And he was exactly that hip-hop kid.
Hold him!
Back in the cell, the kid had Cooper give me the watch. I unscrewed the back cover of the watch. Then I opened the mini recorder's shell. I pulled out the copper wire from the cable and connected it to the watch's trigger button. Then I plugged in the metal receiver. Finally, I used rubber bands to tie the watch and recorder together. A simple timer recorder was complete. During group work time, I secretly buried the recorder in the lawn outside the infirmary window, leaving only a small hole exposed to easily capture sounds. When the time reached exactly 9 p.m., the red light on the recorder lit up. It started collecting nearby sounds. This way I could accurately calculate the time intervals of when guards passed by here. The next day, I retrieved the recorder. I found that guards patrolled under the infirmary window every 18 minutes. This meant that in 5 days when we escaped, we'd only have 18 minutes to climb out the infirmary window. The next day, I told my brother about this matter.
I figure it'll take at least 5 minutes for us to get the bars off the window in the infirmary, and 2 minutes for each of us to get across the wire and over the wall. So, we've only got 18 minutes. We've got too many people. That's it. One of them has to go.
To keep the situation stable, I only told this to my brother Lincoln. We had to kick one team member out. However, when we were discussing who to kick out, Benjamin, hiding in the corner, heard our conversation. This matter would quickly spread through the team. Each of them desperately wanted to escape. Absolutely no one would voluntarily quit. Benjamin found Sukri. He told him to watch my every move. Teabag thought Cooper was already too old. He had no need to escape at all. So he threatened him to quit voluntarily. John and my brother were looking for a chance to kick out Teabag, but cunning Teabag had already figured it out. He confidently told us.
I called up my guy on the outside and I told him about our plan. And I told him in all likelihood I'll be seeing him next week. If he don't hear from me 5 minutes before the escape and 20 minutes after, I told him to call up the ward and blow the whistle on the whole thing. So if you all got ideas about getting rid of me, I suggest you make other plans.
The next day, while Teabag wasn't paying attention, John had his guys drag him into the workshop. He was planning to force Teabag to quit voluntarily. Cunning Teabag pretended to agree with John. But when John let his guard down, he suddenly pulled out a razor blade from his mouth.
Hey, John, you know actually about Jesus? Say hi to him for me, will you?